That's a RJ, your microphone calls.
RJ suffers from low-grade narcolepsy, so we'll be happy to wake him up today. All right, this is Chris Stanton, hailing from Lake Sammamish, right down to Malibu. He's on his inland surfer. I think, what's he ride? He rides a Swallow. He's a member of the board. He also is the guy who built your starting dock, or one of the chief engineers, designers, and fabricators. So Chris working down that nice, clean, green Enzo wave. Nice bottom turn into a floater, fades to the back of the wave, but he's not going to give it up. There we go. Pumps back in. Another big bottom turn. Fades to the back of the wave. Looks like he's going for frontside lip slide. There he goes. Oh, just ends up too high on the wave for too long. That's Chris Stanton. I was talking to Chris the other day, and I said, Chris, what's your power animal? And he told me it was a liger. And I said, I've never even heard of such an animal. He said, it's a cross between a lion and a tiger. It's a liger. And, I think that really sums up Chris Stanton, the liger. Jason Hickox, you're on deck. But sadly, ligers can't reproduce in the wild. All right, Chris Stanton back on course, working his way up on his inland surfer Swallow. Another nice bottom turn, snaps it off the lip. I know Chris has a 360 that he's going to throw out there. He prefers to ride with his DeWalt power drill in his pocket. He doesn't like to go too far away from that drill. He's quite a carpenter and an attorney. There's that 360. Brings it around, stands it up. Oh, just gets caught up on the top of the wave. That was a really nice look at the 360.
Yeah, you almost had that one.
He did almost everything right. Spun a little slow and didn't quite get back down on his front foot quick enough to push down that wave.
Drop down that wave. That's it.
He really needs to channel that liger to pull it together here for his amateur run. Big shout out to our sponsor, Centurion Boats. That those beautiful Enzo 244s with the ram fill in the caps. Inland Surf Boats, your Northwest Centurion dealer. Linwood Motoplex brought out those nice Sea-Doos for us to run around on. Day one has a whole bunch of nice Wakesurf boards over here for you to take home with you. Lake Sammamish Living, Rockstar Energy Drinks. They brought a bunch of energy drinks in this awesome tent for your viewing pleasure. Triple X Lifeform under underwater LEDs. Babe's Boat Care products, nice rack, Coastal, and of course, who could forget the Wake 9 crew with all their fancy electronics and badminton paraphernalia. Sorry, accoutrements. Accoutrement. All right, let's see. Is Chris back on the wave yet? I don't know, Robert. Let's. Oh, he's on the back of the boat. Now he's in the water, but I wouldn't know because I can't see that on my screen. Now I can. All right, so Chris Stanton is going to work his way back up here. He's got to do another try at that 360. That's for sure. Comes up, snaps the lip. Now he's not going to get much credit for that because he is holding the rope. All right, rope goes in the boat. Chris is surfing. He rides in a Malibu at home with his wife, Grace. I want to see him get that 360, and he's going to work on some airs right here. There he goes.
Almost getting those airs. Almost.
Getting real close. Really fading to the back of that wave. Pumping the board. He's got good edge control there. He gets on his toe edge as he carves the board towards the wake. Always turns his board out before he turns his board up the wave, which is exactly how you want to do it when you want to snap that turn. There's that.
Yeah, there it is.
It up. Oh, actually turns it into a bit of a 5.
A little overzealous with that spin.
He's like, last time I didn't spin quick enough, so I'm going to whip this one.
He started it perfectly. I thought he had it for sure.
He's got one more shot at it, though. Chris recently switched to the Liger from the Yorkshire Terrier. That was his previous power animal. It just wasn't working for him, so he switched to the Liger. And I think the Liger is really going to channel that Liger and pull in that 360 here.
Oh, there it is!
Pump it! Don't give up! Come on!
Oh, that jerk!
Oh,
He's so
come
close.
on! That was completely ride-outable. There you go. You're standing. You got to pump that board. You don't just give up like that. The Liger is not going to be happy. Nice run, Chris. Oh, he's under. Nice run, Chris. Nice run. Get that 3. Come on. Woo! All right, up next, Jason Hickox. Where's my rider list? He's from Hillsboro, Oregon, riding for 5 years, and then Willamette River. He rides the Soulcraft. He'll ride behind any board that'll take him. He's working on airs. He spent a week in Arizona. I was talking to him earlier, riding with the Valans behind their boat. He said he really improved. He said he went from no air to micro airs. So I think that's a start.
Look how far.
Oh, he was way in the back of the wave. He's still getting kind of he's got to get a feel for this wave. So he's about as clumsy as they come, and he has the scars to prove it. The fact that he can ride a Wakesurf board is a small miracle in and of itself, is what he says. I don't know. I think this guy, he's stoked on wake surfing, and that's all that matters. I asked him what his power animal was. He said the poison dart frog, which is a very rare frog found in South America. All right, Lance Connor's going to pick him up here on the Enzo 244. Jason's going to be making his way down the wave here on his Soulcraft board. Let's see if he's going to throw some airs for us. There he goes, just kind of working the wave. He's got to kind of get a feel for it. Oh, nice floater into a bottom turn, into another floater. Got good board control.
He just dropped the knee right there.
Dropping the knee down. That's not easy. I don't think I can do that. Just fades to the back of the wave. Another floater getting that bottom turn, kind of hung out there. That's good. All right, he's moving to the back of the wave. So let's see if he's going to pump into this for some air. Get some
Come
speed
on.
there.
Oh, yeah, that was
not a
micro air.
micro air. That was a legit
solid.
solid air. I'm going to be happy with that. That was no
That's
micro
awesome.
air. Big bottom turn to snap.
Come on,
Pump into it. Keep going.
Oh, slipped out.
Just got a little aggressive. Couldn't keep his board on edge as he came into the wake there.
Solid air.
That was not a micro air. That poison dart frog really helping him out today. Don Holtzinger walking by the announcer tent. Don surfs 7 to 12 days a week. He is a madman. He loves him some wake surfing. Jenny Miller from NWWSA fame. Wrong camera, Jenny. Wrong camera. Hold on, wait, don't move. There you go. Give a big wave. Hey, Jenny Miller. I have hands. Look at it. I have 2 hands and 10 fingers. Oh my goodness. This is fun. All right, let's see what's going on the wake. Oh, looks like Jason getting pulled into the course. He's got to be stoked about that air. That was what do you think, RJ?
Oh, that was a solid 7-8 inches of air. What'd you say? I mean,
that was legit.
And we have a bad angle too for viewing airs. I mean, that was real good.
Yeah, he hucked it. All right, here comes Jason getting back in the water, getting ready to make his second pass back this way on his Soul Craft board. All right, here we go with Jason making that little Lance making that little right hand turn there and getting it set up. So he's just passing the entry buoy. He needs to drop that rope. Getting a feel for that wave. Rope goes in the boat, and we're surfing. Otherwise, you're really just doing close proximity wake skating. Another floater. So ollie in the flats. I think he's getting a feel for that wake. What do you think, RJ?
No, definitely. That's one of the most important things, especially as an amateur rider. You want to be able to feel the wave out before you start doing your tricks to see where you're at with it.
And every wake's going to be different, right? I mean, you're going to.
Oh, exactly.
This is not the wake that
every
you've got
wave's
behind
different.
Your boat. It's not the one
Every
that you're
lake's
riding.
different. The weather's different. You got to get a good feeling for the wave before you start throwing down. My humble opinion.
But he's got it now. He knows where the back of the wake is. He's fading to the back of the wake.
He knows what that lip is. He
Yep.
knows where it's at. He knows where it's at.
And that's really the trick to becoming a good rider, is being able to figure out that wave, literally figure out, where you want to do your airs, where you want to do your spins,
No, exactly. Got to be able to adjust.
where the back of the wake is. It just fades out the back. All right, let's see what's going on behind the boat. There's Jason getting pulled up. I think he's 3 falls in, and he's working his way down the course, getting near the The last chance. Wow, that is an awesome looking board. That yellow loogie heading out there. Whoop, whoop. That was one of my favorite boards of all time.
What was that?
Oh, and board slide back into Pumping the Wave. Let's see if he goes for a 3 right here. Turns
Oh,
around.
falls in the 3.
Rushes it a little bit, but I think that's the trick he's working on. But hey, he's got to be excited by that run, that's for sure. You could tell he was having a good time out there. This guy loves the wake surf. You talk to him, he says, "That's all I want to do, man. I want to go. I want to ride all day, every day."
I landed my first 360 on a green loogie. Real talk.
Styly.
That was back when I wore my helmet. I would surf with the helmet.
You drive a car with a helmet, is that correct, RJ?
I don't drive. They don't let me anymore.
That makes a lot of sense. All right, next up we have Ken Cisco out of Seattle, Washington. He rides out of Lake Habs on an Inland Surfer yellow loogie. That is one heck of a board. Rides behind a B52V by MB. He can do a front side 180 and a 550 revert. I want to see that. He's sponsored by Cisco Insurance Agency, not to be confused with the electronics giant Cisco. Tell us something interesting or funny about yourself. He says, "I'm not interesting." You know, that is interesting to know, to be that self-aware, to know that you're not interesting. So I find that fascinating. All right, here we go. Ken is on course behind that beautiful. There we go. That beautiful Centurion Enzo getting his wave figured out on his Inland Surfer yellow loogie. Making some nice power turns, working his way down the wave. Into an air, looking good. Into a board slide to lip slide. Very active on the wake, moving around. Big bottom turn. Fades into an air. Oh, doesn't quite catch the back of the wave that he was looking for. Oh, and he just goes down on a 360.
All right, Ken Cisco back up. Going in the rope. Yellow loogie looks great in the water. Carving it up. Oh, trying to pop some air on that. Nice lip slide. Oh! Lip slide to 3. Awesome. He might have gotten that because he was in the wave before the buoy passed. Let's see. Let's see that again. Lip slide, 360. And he was, I don't know. That's close. That's close. We'll have to see. We'll have to see whether or not the judges count that because that was sick. All right, Ken Cisco back up. Starting his second pass. He's getting ready to throw in that rope. All right. Start of his course. Starting strong. Some nice carving. Boosting that yellow loogie out of the water. Some clean lip slides. Really smooth riding. Huge bottom turn. Great bottom turn. Ooh, good looking chop hop. All of his tricks he's executing very well. He's going to get score well in the execution for sure. Got a decent variety. Oh, almost a 180 right there. Oh, going for an air. I felt like he got better airs before, but he's definitely already scored 6 points for an air. Little board slide action right there. It's fading far back into the wave. He's getting ready for something big. He just passed the 3/4 buoy, so he's got to make this count. Lip slide to 3. Yeah! Oh, like a butt. No, come on! Come on! What is this? What is this?
Oh, so close.
I think he fell just to make me angry.
See that on replay.
He does that
The
3 like a boss.
You
You just can't. Man,
he really spins that 3 around. That yellow loogie is compact. It makes a good spinning board.
yeah, for
But
sure.
boy.
It's a spinner. We got John Butterfield up next. John Butterfield, aka Boat Candy. He's riding behind a Soulcraft board.
Riding on a Soulcraft board. I don't think
No,
anybody
no.
rides behind
He
a
rides
Soulcraft board.
behind. He actually rides behind the Soulcraft board.
Oh, so the Soulcraft boat is towing him?
Yeah, something like that. He just holds on to the back of it and just gets towed.
Got it. Me, I know so little.
So he's from Bend, Oregon, riding on the Soulcraft Jetty, my favorite of the Soulcrafts. He's on an 08 Centurion Avalanche. Let's see, his best tricks, a fluid surf / skate style. I really don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. However, he knows what it means. That's what's important. All right, throwing in the rope. Let's see what he's got. He's carving like a boss. Oh, get into the back of the wave and just couldn't quite come back in. Too sad. So John's been riding for 3 years. Kind of fun. In Central Oregon, any lake he can find. He's gotten 4th place at the West Coast Open in the Masters division. However, we always lie to people that aren't in the first 3 places. We tell everybody they're in 4th place. So that doesn't really say much. John Cummings walking in front of the Wake 9 booth, giving puppy dog kisses. John Butterfield back up again, did a little board slide. Ooh, solid air. What's this? He says fluid surf skate style. He's a liar. His best trick's in the air right now. And doing that board 90 degrees, I like to see that turn on an aerial like that. But I like to see a lot of things too, so I mean, it doesn't really, you know. Solid carving, solid carving.
Good air.
Oh, come on, get in that wave, get in that wave. I feel like once he starts flailing his arms, he just loses it. It's like, right here, here's a flailing. Flail. There it goes. Nope. Little shout out to the sponsors. We have Centurion Boats providing us with the Enzo 244 with the cat and ram fill system. Inland Surfer, Inland Surf Boats. Linwood Motoplex providing the jet skis out there. We got Day One Wake, Lakes and Amish Living, a Rockstar energy drink, and we have a nice Rockstar energy drink tent that people are viewing our riders from. Triple X, Lifeform LED lights, a nice rack. They're pretty good racks. We got Babe's Boat Care, Coastal Surf Boutique, and Wake9.com. All right, got John Butterfield back up. Start his second pass. I feel like the second pass is usually every rider's best. You know, they've already fallen. They have a better feeling for the wake. Kind of just get back up, fresh new start. He's a little bit zealous a little anxious to throw in that rope. Of course, hasn't started yet. So, doing some solid carving. Getting far back in that way. Let's see an air. Nope, just a floater. Oh, there we go. I think he got an indie grab on that. Good for him. Indies are my favorite of the backhand frontside board grabs. I want to see another air from this guy. 360. Oh! Ah! So close. I don't know what it is about these amateur males. They're doing their threes so perfectly, and they're just deciding not to land them. It's like, let me get as close as I can and then fall. It looks so good. He got one or two more falls, I'm pretty sure. So hopefully we'll see that 360 one more time. So up next, we have Pete Langer. Pete Lang. He's getting towed out right now on the jet ski. Let's see if we can get away from Pete Lang. Away from Pete Lang. Nope, no way from Pete Lang. Oh, hey, we got a head turn. We got a head turn from Pete Lang. That's about all we're going to get. Looks like he's on a flyboy. So we got John Butterfield back up. 360, yeah! No, oh no! And it looks like he has fallen past the three-quarter buoy, so he is not going to get another chance. Wow, that 360 had very innocent beginnings, but the cares of the world choked it. So John Butterfield getting thrown onto land. Obviously we have Pete Langer getting ready to surf. Throw down. All right, Pete Lang getting up on his flyboy. Flyboy. Flyboy, interesting name. Wonder why they call it the Flyboy. Oh, killer floater. Aw, he got cocky. Held it too long. I'm like, dude, you're sitting on the wave for a long time. Let's see this. It's like 5 seconds on the top of the wave like that. It's crazy. I think he forgot he was on top of the wave. All right, Pete Lang back up. Robert Garcia. Pete Lang is back. Thank you. Ooh, nice little chop hop. Slashing that wave with nice air. Good air. Solid. Big old bottom turn. Aw. Didn't quite make it out. That was almost an Allison Sauce-worthy bottom turn. So we don't have as much sun as we did yesterday. However, the conditions, sans the sun, are great. No wind, happy spirits, or just hugs going around everywhere. I think I want to get a hug. Wow. Oh, we got Pete Lang back up again. Way back on that wave. Threw some air. Grabbed his board. I mean, he's back there. I mean, he's like... See if we got a 360. Ooh, solid air. Another air. Oh, okay, so that completes Pete Lang's first run. So after Pete Lang, we're going to be taking a 20-minute break until noon, and then we're going to start the pros. All right, Pete Lang starting his second pass. Getting real aggressive. Solid air. Ooh, all the way back in that wave in that whitewash. Coming back up. Getting a nice method grab. That front hand in between the legs on the toe side of the board. Nice bottom turn. Come on, get back in there. There we go. Nice bottom turn snap. I'm loving this. Come on, buddy. There he goes. There he goes. He almost fell out of the way on the air. Good snap. Getting some nice spray out there. Way back in that wave. Really utilizing the full length of the Mighty Centurion 244 Enzo with the cat and ram fill system. Water is butter smooth. Butter smooth. He is now down. Hopefully the weather conditions stay like this for the pros that are going to be coming up at noon. We'd like to see the best water conditions to give our pros the best ride. No excuses. If you suck, then you really suck. You can't blame the wave. You can't blame the water. It's all on you.
I want the streets to be paved with gold for me. I've seen it in the
Trevor Miller and Mark Schur walk in front of the Wake 9 booth.
make it reality for me. Keep it up for me.
Lang is back up. I think we just saw him do a wave slap, showing the wave who's boss. So he's just past the 3/4 buoy, coming in to our line of sight. Come on, buddy. 360. There. A little bit back foot heavy in the come arounds. Better luck next time. But a great, solid run from a solid amateur rider, and he will conclude the amateur male surf division. And we're gonna have a 20-minute break until the pros. And we're gonna start off with pro female skim with and Caroline Villeneuve, our favorite Canadian, will be riding first. Well, I can't say favorite Canadian, but definitely one of the best.
I'm from crawling through my ocean filled with misery.
We need the pro judge group to start getting ready. We need Zane Montgomery.
Films now, I want
Whoop, 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 whoop.
to make it reality.
We good? Up, 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 up. Okay, so we need Zane Mont. Yeah, I guess. Zane Mont. Zane. 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 There we go. We need Zane. Okay, Chris Stanton, Shannon Robinson, Zane Montgomery, Brent Dory, and Allison Goodman. Please start getting ready and report to the dock.